User joined your channel.
Totally forgot I signed up for this. We live. Okay. I need to change it.
Good evening, UFL football fans. Welcome to the first of today's doubleheader featuring the Seahawks versus the Raiders. My name is Darian Humphreys. I'll be joined here shortly by El Jefe.
Hello.
And as we are coming to you live, the game has already begun. The Raiders kicked off first, so the Seahawks have first possession, and on their first play of the first possession, Krevin scrambles and runs for a 23-yard pickup.
Downside hike.
Krevin is scrambling. He rolls to his right. He's going to cross. He's running across the line of scrimmage. He's got a lot of room, makes a move to the inside, and is brought down by Drad Sachs after a 12-yard pickup. So 2 first downs on 2 consecutive plays. Today's game features 2 teams that are definitely talked about when we talk about the playoff hunt. The Seahawks coming in at 5-1. Their only loss of the season to the undefeated Buccaneers. The Raiders coming in at 4-2. Their 2 game losses were to the Mustangs and the Titans last week. So both teams here coming in with great records. Arguably a must-win for the Raiders, who are coming off of that hard loss against the Titans. Krevin scrambling to his left now. He looks like he's going to run, and he does. He crosses the 20-yard line, still making moves. He stumbled and is brought down at the 13.
Absolutely zero pressure going on right now for the Raiders.
And I am joined in the booth by my partner in crime, El Jefe.
Hello. How's everybody?
All right, so on 1st and 10, Krevin is scrambling, looking to pass. He's got some pressure by well, he had pressure, but was able to connect with Dante in the end zone.
Shit impact.
Yeah, he was thrown into some coverage, but Dante able to come down with that pass.
Yeah, Jace had a really good positioning there. He was in the right spot at the right time. He just undercut it, and actually, he didn't undercut it. Excuse me. Dante was able to loop around him and get a better positioning on the ball. Jace not protecting it really.
Absolutely. So pending the extra kick, the Seahawks are going to go ahead on the opening drive. Kick is up. And it is good. So with 6 minutes, 51 seconds left in the first quarter, the Seahawks take the lead 7-0 over the Raiders. Tonight's referees, I think there's about 10 of them on the field tonight. We've got Raz as the lead referee. We've also got Drake Hortz, Eric Nubalo, and I think I saw Jinxie down there. So we've got a full crew tonight. Ball is put into play. Seahawks set to kick off to the Raiders. Let's see what the Raiders are able to put together. Arguably an important first drive here for the Raiders. The Seahawks are definitely known as being one of the more high-powered offenses. They're able to put a lot of numbers on the board and score quickly, as we've just seen. So the Raiders are going to need to make a statement here and score early, in my opinion, if they want to force the Seahawks to respect their offense. What do you think, Jefe?
Yeah, no, they're definitely gonna have to put the pressure on. The way that you don't really want to let the Seahawks just run up the field like that. They've got to step their defense up, but if they really want to have a shot, they're not gonna want to let this get more than to be a 1 or 2 possession game, because they're really gonna put themselves in a bind.
Absolutely, and the Raiders starting off going in the wrong direction. Snipe scrambled to his right and was brought down by Otis for a big loss, 13 yards on the sack, bringing up 2nd and 23 from the Raiders' 13-yard line. Snipe scrambles. He's rolling to his left, looking for a receiver downfield. He's got some decent blocking. He's got some pressure on. He gets the ball
That's
just
a good
in
ball.
time. Dangerous pass thrown into coverage, but it's lucky that he got the ball off. I think that incomplete was probably the best thing that could have happened right there.
I feel like Jace had a shot at that though. Like I think he should have come down with that ball. He just kind of sidestepped it and it just fell. So
yeah,
somebody should have caught it. There was a lot of people there.
You had enough people there. Yeah, somebody should have come down with that ball. So on 3rd and 23, Snipe scrambling. He makes a move. He's scrambling back to his right. He's got prime time in his face. He throws the ball up. Nobody but a Seahawk in the area as Dante comes down with the interception, brought down immediately by Cervantes. So that's going to be the first turnover of the game, giving the Seahawks excellent field position at the 42-yard line. The Seahawks, led by Crevice, they're lining up in the bunch left formation. Crevin scrambles to his right, looking to throw. Showing run. He throws the ball up. Got a receiver wide open. Brought down by caught by Mr. Extraordinary. Brought down by Rudy after a 23-yard pickup. And had that ball been just a little bit higher, he had a receiver that was wide open. It would have been an easy 6 there.
Yeah. Looks like Raiders missing Kazi right now, so they've got a couple people playing out of position offensively. I know Billy's not normally playing receiver. He is currently. It's a fumble.
Fumble. Looks like it was, well, actually it was.
Oh, no, it wasn't. That was
yeah,
just...
it was a tackle. Snipe with the tackle there.
Why does Jaden have a ball in his hand?
Yeah, I'm seeing his possession circle too. I don't know what's going on with that. Crevin scrambles. He runs across, doing a lot of running today. He's got some room. He stumbled and is brought down by Diego after a 9-yard pickup, giving the Seahawks 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Offensively for the Seahawks, you've got Lieutenant Dan, Angelo, and Jaden on the trip side. You've got Lieutenant Dan 2 and Dante on the right-hand side. Crevin scrambled back. It's got a little bit of pressure there. He's got Billy Dangles. Looked like couldn't tell if he was trying to throw it out. He did have a receiver in the area, but that's going to fall incomplete, bringing up 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line.
Oh, because the Raiders are giving the outside up way too easily, way too often. I mean, DEs aren't holding the middle. There are a lot of cutback lanes into the middle. They got to play more disciplined. They're getting blocked really, really quickly.
Yeah, Crevin having some early success with the
no
run.
LB again. At all, anywhere.
He's going to run, and he's going to walk into the end zone for the 2nd score of the game. So, yeah, so if you're the Raiders right now, you know, you're going to have to make some quick adjustments when you get the ball back here. Looks like they're leaving a lot of running lanes open, and that's not something that you can do against Crevin, who will burn you every time.
Yeah, the backside contain is non-existent. They're like, I don't know if it's by design, like if they're trying to bring hard pressure from the outside, like trying to slam them down the line really hard, but he's just turning around and getting cutback lanes every single time he snaps the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. So with 4:18 left to go in the first quarter, the Seahawks taking a 2-possession lead with a score of 14 to the Raiders 0. Raiders are poised to receive the kick, and it's going to be very interesting to see what they're able to put together this drive. Their first possession was ended by an interception, so we'll see if they're able to move the ball a little bit more successfully this drive. Kick is received by Rudy. He crosses the 20, makes a move, but is brought down hard by Jazzy at the 23-yard line.
So it's an interesting decision, in my opinion, to have like Rudy back there as their main receiver as opposed to like Snipe. He doesn't strike me as a player that, generally speaking, has good feet. Like, I mean, he's a pretty good receiver. He's pretty sure-handed, but you know, generally you want one of your better runners back there, and you know, Snipe, in my opinion, is probably their best. I'm not sure why they're doing that. He kind of just ran into a wall of people on that one. No cut to be had.
Right. So Snipe brought down by Otis after a 4-yard loss. I believe that is Otis' 2nd sack of the game. And, you know, you bring up an interesting point, Hefe. You know, the Raiders have had a lot of personnel changes here lately, and one of those was at the quarterback position. You know, interestingly enough, the former quarterback, Jazzy, is playing on the Seahawks against them this game. So Snipe really had to step up, and take the QB spot. So, of course, that's going to take him away from a receiver spot where he may perhaps be stronger at. But, Snipe has been he's been coming into his own at QB. We're not really seeing it yet here as he's brought down for another sack, 7 yards this time by I didn't catch who got that.
He doesn't have a chance to even look downfield. Yeah, their line is just getting eaten up right now.
So another sack, this time by prime time. They were going to lose 5 yards. And on 4th and a country mile, they're going to go. They're showing, well, now they switch positions to the punt formation, which is definitely the wiser option.
Yeah, I would not have agreed with them going for it from here.
So Snipe is set to punt. You've got Mal and Mr. Extraordinary back to receive. Dante receives the kick. He runs up to the 40-yard line where he is brought down by Jace. Now I'm kind of curious, and correct me if I'm wrong, Hefe, but according to the rules, any team receiving a punt has to line up in a punt formation before they can put 2 receivers back in the backfield. And it looked like they were lined up in a different formation. Did you catch that?
I thought that was the rule too. I don't know.
All right, so Creven scrambled to his right. He's going to run again. He's got the first down and more. He crosses the 20 and is brought down by Diego. So Creven really able to find some running lanes today, this time picking up 20 yards on the run, bringing up 1st and 10 from the 20.
Yeah, Cheese on the OLB spot right now is really a problem right now. He's just instantly getting blocked, and that cutback is there all day long. That was a terrible decision. But
so Creven throws the ball up, and Jace able to come up with the interception. So great play by Jace. Kind of a good news, bad news situation. Good news is you got the turnover. Bad news is you got it on the 4-yard line against a defense that's just been tearing you up so far. So the offensive line for the Raiders is really going to have to step up their game and buy Snipe some time to make some moves. I know, go.
The Seahawks don't normally use this defensive set. Interesting to note that they're using it this game. I guess they're
absolutely
taking one out of our book.
Well, it's interesting. I've seen a lot of teams this season running with that prevent defense. I think
we brought
maybe they're watching what you guys are doing.
That's a pretty nasty defense if you get it working right.
It absolutely is. Snipe scrambles and crosses the line. He's able to pick up 5 yards on the play, so positive yards for the Raiders. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 from their 7-yard line. Snipe is going to scramble. He's rolling to his right, looking for a receiver downfield. He's in the end zone here. Hopefully he's able to get some blocks. He does. He's got Lieutenant Dan in hot pursuit. He makes a move back to the right. He throws the ball up, and it is caught by Rudy, who is brought down immediately by Mr. Extraordinary. So a great catch
great job
by
by his
Rudy
line.
There. Yeah,
they had a lot of time there.
Yeah, absolutely. The front 3 for the Raiders, Diego, Brad, and Area, able to buy Snipe the time he needed to find Rudy there, and Rudy able to come down with that big, crucial catch there. Snipe scrambles to his left. He runs. He gets hit by Jazzy. He picks up 10 yards. The field is showing 2nd and inches, but I guess they're going to...
I would imagine they should give that to them. Like, that says 10 yards.
Right. That's what I'm thinking, but I think they're going by that gray line in the center of the line of scrimmage. So Snipe scrambles. He's going to pick up the 1st and a few more yards before he's brought down by Jazzy, bringing up 1st and 10. So the Raiders able to find a little bit of momentum here.
Yeah, now they're moving.
Absolutely.
Settle in a little bit more.
That play is going to bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Your score is Seahawks 14, Raiders 0. Snipe trying to find some running room, but he's brought down by Jazzy in the backfield for a loss of 3 yards, bringing up 2nd and 13 from the 31. The Raiders running from a shotgun 2 formation. They've got Diego on the left side, Billy and Rudy at the running back positions,
Down,
and Jason and Cervantes on the strong side right now. Snipe scrambles to his right, but is immediately pressured, finally picking up some blocks. The pass is up, brought down by, caught by Rudy, brought down by Dante. So what looked like was going to be another negative play ends up being a big catch by Rudy there. So after the catch there, it's going to bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and inches from the 44-yard line.
Down, set, hike.
Follows hikes. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, well, Snipe picks up just enough for the first down. He's brought down by Jazzy after a 1-yard pickup there. So the Raiders able to pick up their 3rd first down on this drive.
Yeah, the thing about running this defense is that it kind of all depends on your prevent your middle safety there. He's really got to be a ball hawk, and right now Mal is not able to jump down on the underneath throws into the middle that Snipe's getting, like those right there. He's not able to read those, and a lot of times that's one thing that makes it so good for us. This Cam is so good at reading the field, both offensively and defensively. He just hawks a lot of those underneath passes for us.
Absolutely, yeah. The middle linebacker position really, I mean, arguably is a position where you really want to put your best receiver or your best just overall player there. It takes a lot of high IQ rather.
Oh, nice.
Nice grab. Snipe, pushed way back, throws into pressure. Cervantes able to come down with the catch over Jaden, who brings him down immediately, bringing up another first down for the Raiders. So again, we're seeing the Raiders moving in the right direction, putting together a pretty impressive drive so far.
This is one thing that you'll see from Snipe a lot. He doesn't burn you deep a lot of times. He's not going to get a lot of guys wide over the middle. That's not the kind of receiving core he has. He has guys that are going to beat you in small situations and small windows, and they're just going to slowly move up the field because Snipe does a good job about putting the ball in a spot where it's either his receiver or nobody, or unless his receiver just moves out of the way, there's no way. Like on the previous one, Jaden would have literally had to run underneath or run through Jace, or no, excuse me, for Cervantes to catch that ball, and that's just one thing that Snipe does really well, putting it where his receivers have the best shot at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the play is under review.
Right now, we're reviewing to make sure that the ball, when it was thrown past the line of scrimmage, that's all we're checking right now.
Not past the line of scrimmage on that, although he did have a receiver somewhat in the area. So we'll just wait and see what the ruling on the field is. But yeah, you bring up a great point about Snipe, and really a great strategic point against a team as strong as the Seahawks. They're not going to give you too many opportunities to get that big home run play. I don't know I'm using baseball analogies in football, but
I ain't gonna get mad at you. I love baseball.
They're not going to give you any opportunities to really get that big, huge breakaway play. But if you're patient and you're smart, they're going to give you those 5, 6, 7-yard passes, and then your receivers, depending on how good they are on their feet, can pick up some decent yards after catch. But strategically, as long as you're moving the ball forward and not going backward, that gives you ball control. It keeps the ball out of Krevin's hands. And as long as you're putting points on the board, that's what's going to keep you in a game against a team like the Seahawks.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm not sure what the call, like there was a receiver there, like he just didn't catch it. So I'm like, this should just be pretty standard. Oh, that's an incorrect call.
Well,
wow. Very, very incorrect call. Once again, there was a receiver in the area.
All right, slide on the play is going to be intentional grounding. The ball didn't go past the line of scrimmage. 10-yard penalty on a loss of down.
Screen. If the ball lands behind the line of scrimmage, you just missed the receiver. Not good. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's just even if you miss on like a screen pass, it doesn't matter as long as there's a receiver in the area. It's not intentional. Whatever. I'll get off my soapbox. Not even gonna go there right now.
So it's going to be 2nd and 20. The ball is hiked. Snipe is scrambling, looking to his right, looking for a receiver. He's got a couple people with some space.
No.
That's just a bad throw. Yeah, I saw what he was looking at, but so did Dante, unfortunately. And he steps right in front of that pass and comes down with it.
Yeah, he got baited there on that one. Dante saw that all the way, waited for him to make the decision, and then just jumped it. It's a good play by Dante.
Yeah, so we got the play is
Thank you.
okay. Okay. All right, so while we're waiting for that, I don't know if I mentioned the offense for the Seahawks. The offensive line, you've got Odith, Jazzy, and Mal on the line who have been doing a great job at opening those running lanes and buying Krevin some time to make make good decisions out there. At receiver, I think I did mention the receivers. You got Skinner, Mr. Extraordinary, and Jaden on the trip side, and you've got Lieutenant Dan too. I'm just going to call him, and Dante over there on the right side. All right, so defensively, you've got the Raiders who have been lining up in the like our traditional 4-3 formation. Most teams line up in this formation. You've got Cervantes and Jace at the CB positions, Diego and Rudy at your safety spots. Ball is hiked. Krevin scrambles back. He scrambles to his right, looking for a receiver.
Oh, terrible decision again. He had a guy wide over the top on the backside left. He throws underneath into coverage and gets picked again.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he saw that. I think he just saw, the Raider there coming in for the pressure and throws up the ball, and Jace able to come down with the second interception of the night.
Raiders line change.
Looks like they got Kazi back now, so it looks like they're going to probably move Billy back to line where their line is a little bit more comfortable, so we'll see if we can continue getting good blocks.
Yeah, the line now for the Raiders is Diego, Billy at the center spot, and Aria at the offensive guard spot. Knight crosses the line. He makes a good move. Threads the needle there for a good pickup
he
of
snuck
6
through
yards.
a little hole. That was not a very large opening. He snuck right through.
Body shape matters in the UFL, ladies and gentlemen. Knight able to pick up a good run there, 6 yards, bringing up 2nd and 4. Hikes the ball. He stumbled almost immediately and is brought down after a 6-yard loss. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. So he ran for 10, lost 10. So 3rd and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Down, set,
Raiders lined up in the shotgun to our position.
Got causing them. Ooh, they jumped it.
Ball is up. And Jaden with the interception, but I'm not sure what they're going to call this because I do not see a possession circle on him. So they'll probably just have him adjust that. Did you?
Yeah, okay. I saw it. Yeah, it just took a second, I think.
SL for the loss. So the
Snipe
Raiders
taking a shot there and just got
yeah,
beat.
it took a shot. It was a dangerous pass, and
the
Raiders, the Seahawks were able to bring it down and come away with another interception. Kevin's going to cross the line. He's going to pick up the first down and a little bit more. He's brought down by Cervantes after an 11-yard pickup, bringing up 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line, from the Raiders 35.
Hike.
Ball is hiked. Krevin scrambles to his left, moves back to his right. He's got excellent blocking.
It's too easy over here. This is inexcusable by the Raiders defense. They've got to get that OLB figured out because they've actually got Jace over there now, and he's doing the same thing. He's falling for Krevin's little half-fake moves. Like, that's the thing about, like, he gives you those all the time. Like, he fakes in. That's his go-to thing. So play off that. Know he's going to fake in and then go back outside every time. You've got to hold the out if you're the last one out.
Yeah, the Raiders are going to have to find out a way to contain Krevin better, maybe make him, throw some less than desirable passes, but they haven't really been able to contain him yet. A good job by Rudy there to stop Krevin after a 3-yard pickup, bringing up 2nd and 7 from the 14-yard line.
They did a good initial job of pressure there by one-on-one situation, but there was nobody else to help, pressure in, and so he was able to pick something up out of nothing, really. She got blocked, gives up the edge again. He has no desire to throw. Like, I guess, I don't know why they're not bringing somebody extra or stopping this some way, because he has no desire to throw, and even when he has thrown it, they've not been very good decisions, first off, and they haven't been good balls either. So it's like, I mean, you might want to try to send some extra pressure, send snipe from the middle or something, but I don't know. Well, that's what I might look at doing, but right now he's just running them to death.
Yeah, really, that's you're absolutely right. The Seahawks have been really just kind of sticking with the run game behind Krevin there. Looks like we've got a stoppage in play there. I see Rasdanet on the field. Ball is put back into play. So
No idea what that was.
Downside hike.
So 3rd and 3 from the 10-yard line. Krevin's going to go scramble to his right.
There we
to his
go,
left.
Billy.
He's got Billy.
Nice
and
play.
Billy yeah, absolutely. Billy able to come in on the backside and catch Krevin sleep and hits him for a 10-yard loss.
Yeah, it was a really good play on the backside there.
Absolutely, and that's what the Raiders need to do. They need to get some pressure. They need to get some containment.
Downside hike.
Force Krevin back there long enough to give your defense a play to make a move on him.
Aria got sucked into the middle. Give him a free throw line. They both missed.
Not a bad pass by Krevin to the end zone.
No, not really.
Just a little bit high, looked like, or maybe the receiver just couldn't make a play on it. But that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Raiders, who are going to take over on possession.
Down. Set.
So
Kevin's electing to not play defense, or I don't know what's up with that.
Okay, I'm getting confirmation on the field that the last stoppage was to allow a player to put their helmet on.
What?
All right, so Snipe able to pick up 3 yards
Down,
on the
set,
scramble, bringing up 2nd and 7 from the 23. Ball is high. Snipe rolling back to his right, passes over the middle. It's caught by Rudy,
That was
who has
catch.
been Snipe's go-to receiver this game so far. This time for a 13-yard pickup, bringing up another 1st and 10. This time from the Raiders' 36-yard line.
Yeah, Rudy just flat out reacted to that ball faster. They were pretty much even. And Snipe probably called him out, and TeamSpeak let him know, gave him that a little extra edge.
Right. Snipe under a lot of pressure,
Yeah,
scrambling back over to his left, dropping back deep.
Someone needs
Running
to spread the
back up.
field.
Passes
That's a good-
right before the
good
line of
ball.
scrimmage. Wow.
Really
Excellent.
good ball.
That pass was placed perfectly. The coverage was there, but Snipe just able to put that ball where only Rudy was able to make a play on it, and he does, picking up a 28-yard gain there, which is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, I figured it was only a matter of time before we started seeing Snipe really start get some good balls out there. He's a very, very competitive CSGO player, so I mean it would only be a matter of time. You would imagine that he would figure the trajectory and everything out of this ball and start doming people with it. So that was a really good pass right there.
Yeah, it was.
Another one right there.
Passes again, this time to Kazi, who picks up 11 yards, bringing up 1st and 10 from the Raiders Seahawks 26-yard line. So that play putting the Raiders in scoring position if they elect to go with a field goal. So an excellent drive here by the Raiders. Looks like Snipe's going to cross the line, makes a move, is brought down by Mal after a 6-yard pickup. So 2nd and 4 from the 21-yard line, and the Raiders look like they're hurrying up, trying to get on the ball. Clock is still running. Minute 8 seconds left. The ball is hiked.
He's got a backside if he wants it. Oh, I don't see it. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, nice grab. Again, thrown into coverage. But just, excellent
His
placement
receiver
on
had the
that
best
ball.
shot, though.
Raiders.
Yep, his
Yeah.
receiver had the best shot. Kazi was going to have to run away from it for that to get picked. It's a good ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Excellent placement of the ball by Snipe there, allowing Kazi to be the only player to make a play on the ball. They pick up 16 yards, bringing up 1st and goal from the 5-yard line, and the Raiders calling their first timeout of the half. Ball is put back into play. Raiders are lined up in a shotgun 2L. Snipe is going to scramble to his left, shows run, back out. He's scrambling.
He's got
a lot of pressure. Oh! Oh.
That's a tough pass to make.
Yeah, he had a receiver there, but throwing on a run like that is really difficult, and unfortunately, Snipe just overthrowing his receiver by a hair.
Yeah, not by a whole lot there. That's a good placement, though. You make sure that it's
Down,
either your
set.
receiver or nobody. If it's nobody, you reset, go again.
Absolutely. Snipe, after being under a lot of immediate pressure, gets open. He throws to the corner, but it is going to be intercepted and
He
run
looked
out of
well out
bounds.
of bounds to me. I was called out of bounds on less than that before. I know that much. The way that we've had it called against us is if the possession circle is out of bounds, then it is out of bounds. His possession circle was most definitely out of bounds on that, but I'm sure that's not going to be the case here.
Yeah, I didn't see. I didn't have
Another
the right
one of
angle
those
on
rules that there is absolutely no clarification on.
And I was
Down,
waiting to
set,
see
hike.
if perhaps they were going to review the play, but it looks like it's going to stand. So the Seahawks are going to take over 1st and 10 from their 20 after the touchback. Crevlin is scrambling around. He's under some immediate pressure there. Throws the ball low.
That was
and it
dangerous.
bounces. Yeah. Who was that? Kazi?
Because Kazi had the best shot at it, yeah.
Yeah, Kazi was closest to the ball, but it was thrown a little low, so it just falls incomplete, bringing up 2nd and 10.
Down, set, hike.
20. Trevin hikes the ball, scrambles right. He drops back, scrambling around. He's under some pressure. The ball is
Illegal
caught by a
pass.
lineman. So Mal with his first reception of the game, unfortunately.
Play is under review.
Unfortunately, that's going
they're probably
to,
not going to call this correctly either. Should be a penalty. The defense should get the opportunity to say, no, we want one extra play and make Crevin throw it up again if he wants to. Doubt that the referees are going to enforce that. I don't think they know that. It's a kind of a little wonky rule. So we're probably just going to go to halftime. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
wait and
no?
see.
Can we decline that penalty? And just get to
Maybe.
half?
Maybe. Are we learning?
No, it's not declinable.
Yeah, they should have.
It's
the
not-
option-
it's not a-
Raiders
it's not
should
a-
have the
it's not
option to
a,
decline the penalty if they
dead ball
want to
penalty
force
though, so can
Crevin
we
to throw it
decline
again,
any
because
penalties
that is a
on
situation defensively
No.
where you kind
Go
of think,
back
hey, we might
to
have a
Phil
shot to
Why
come
not?
down with it, and even if we don't, we'll make a sure tackle before they get in the end zone. Like,
Alright.
I mean, it's something you may want to risk. You know, I mean, it's a possibility of 6 if you're confident enough in your guys to be able to make the stop.
Hold on for a second.
Hey, isn't a penalty that's not a dead ball also shouldn't the clock be down to whatever 2 seconds or whatever it had left after he was tackled?
We got it,
They
brother.
haven't
Calm
changed
down,
it
brother.
yet.
All right, so I guess we're just waiting for clarification or for formations to be resed. Not really quite sure what the delay is. Durgan, you have any insight? Do you know what's going down on the field there?
Yeah, that he's right. He's right.
Yeah.
This is not rocket science. It's a penalty on the offense. The defense has the opportunity to decline the penalty. And then, well, if they decline, they run into halftime. If they accept the penalty, then that backs the Seahawks up, and then they're forced to run one more play. That's
Right.
actually what if the Raiders could decline, say screw it, whatever, call that a legitimate play, end of the half, or they accept the penalty, back it up the 5 yards or whatever, and then go one more play. They're allowed one last play. There's no seconds or anything on the clock. It's one free play.
All right. Well, while we wait for the referees to sort this out, Hefe, going into halftime, what are your impressions of the game so far?
I'm actually quite impressed with what I'm seeing with the Raiders. I was actually kind of worried for their team coming into this, knowing that their roster is not entirely solidified. They're still adding people. They're still missing a few people that they have recently added to their team. So there's some things missing, some pieces missing, and I thought that we might see a bit of a blowout. Keeping it 14-0 and a half, I think the Raiders are actually extremely happy and extremely proud with themselves because they've shown not only do they have the potential to move the ball down the field, but they have the potential and have been able to stop the Seahawks on a few drives defensively. So that's something really good. So I think you go into the locker room with the understanding, okay, we are down, but this game is very much so not out of hand at all. I said earlier on in the broadcast that they get to a 2-possession game, this game might get out of hand, but this is certainly not out of hand at all. I think that's great. Sign for the Raiders. I think if you're the Seahawks, I think you just kind of keep doing what you're doing. I think Crevin probably just needs to keep running. His passes have not been that great. I don't know his situation if there's a lot of lag going on. I know and things can be hit or miss with him sometimes. So maybe that's something that's affecting him at the moment. But for whatever reason, his passes have not been very good today, to say the least. And that just honest, he hasn't made good decisions with the ball. So if he can just keep running on the ground, I think he needs to just keep running and milk the clock that way and just continue forcing the Raiders to try to stop him on the ground because
Okay, according to the rule book, it is not a dead ball penalty, so it is declinable. Are y'all wanting to decline it or what?
It will we go decline and go into halftime, right?
All right, is that what you want to do?
Yes.
All right, go.
Good, yeah,
All right.
yeah. See, that's something that you could probably do. Like that is a very valid option. So good job by the referees. Got it right on this one.
All right, so that is going to bring us into halftime. The score going into the half is the Seahawks 14, the Raiders at 7. Before we go to our cheer performances, let me just talk about a few of our sponsors as we normally do. We want to remind you that all of our
Yeah, I believe so. So we're going into halftime, 14-0 score for in favor of the home team Seahawks. I don't know who's going first. Sorry, he had all that information. So yeah, ladies, I don't have the ads or anything either. So y'all can just do your thing.
User in your channel timed out.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of this contest between the Seahawks and the Raiders. Thank you to both cheer squads for excellent performances tonight. Very nicely done.
Yes, well done.
So I apologize for technical difficulties during the reading of our sponsors. So if you all will be patient, I definitely want to get that out to you all before we begin the second half. So just real quickly, I want to tell you about Blueberry. Blueberry is an original clothing store for women made by a woman with a passion for art. That is Blueberry. Simply Epic, your one-stop shop for all your sports fan gear, be it football, baseball, basketball, or hockey. We have your team. Jerseys, hoodies, gotcha, and more. Don't see your favorite player or college team? Contact Eric Nubalo, and he will get you hooked up in Simply Epic fashion. We are also sponsored by the It Girls and Fellas. Need to surprise your friend with a Res Day gift? Need something extra to make your proposal extra special? Or are you opening your own club or mall? Maybe you just want to entertain and have some fun. Then why not hire the It Girls and Fellas? A professional dance troupe that always has fresh ideas for that perfect moment and regular off-Broadway shows at our beautiful theater in Second Life. For more information, contact Winsong Charming or Carabella Valise. We are also sponsored by Glamorous. Glamorous was first established in 2013 and has since relaunched in April of last year, bringing poses from couples, adult, friends, kids, family, singles, gotchas, props, and much more. That is Glamorous. Rain. Rain is the go-to store for a woman with many styles. We have a variety of shoes and accessories to fit any occasion. We strive to make sure that everyone can find something that suits them. That is Rain. We are also sponsored by B-Fly Tattoos. B-Fly Tattoos has been creating in Second Life for over 5 years and is well known for their quality of work and customer service. With over 200 tattoos in store for both men and women and custom tattoos made to order, you are sure to find a design that suits you. All tattoos come with the latest appliers for mesh bodies for both men and women, come in 2 tones, and have a vast range from the very delicate to the over-top body designs, from abstract to oriental, from old school to new school or custom made. B-Fly Tattoos has you inked. So with that, that's going to bring us into the second half. Both teams are lining up for the kickoff. The Raiders are set to receive to begin the second half. Hefe, I know that going into the half you had some thoughts on both teams, what they need to do in the second half. What do you think we can expect from both teams going into the second half?
I think we're going to see a lot of the same from the Seahawks. I don't think Crevin has any intention of throwing the ball anytime soon. I think he's going to keep running it as long as they're going to let him. With that said, I think that means that the Raiders need to realize that their side, their left side, the offense's right side, OLB, whomever they have there this half needs to keep the contain. Like, they're not containing him. They're giving him that outside run, and it's just causing too many problems. It would be really nice if you're a Raider right now. It's not imperative that you get a touchdown right now. Not imperative by any means. But if you can get a touchdown right now, you start feeling really good about getting a steal on this game.
Absolutely. It would be great for the Raiders to be able to steal some of that momentum from the Seahawks by putting up some points on the board. And I think you're absolutely right with the Seahawks. You know, I know that having seen them play, having scrimmed against them, they pretty much stick to their guns unless just something absolutely crazy is going on. And they tend to come on very strong in the second half against most teams. So we'll see what we can expect from them. So Snipe throwing the ball deep into coverage. But, yeah, that was really dangerous. A couple of Seahawks had position there, but the ball sails high and incomplete.
I will say I do like the idea. Sometimes a lot of teams, you try to go for that one strike. Boom, right now, let's get going out the gate. I like the idea. Falls incomplete, so no harm, no foul.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, and sometimes there's something to be said about catching a team napping. Although you don't necessarily see that a lot with the Seahawks, but it does happen. Snipe scrambles off to his left, looking for
Got
a
an out
receiver
right there.
throws.
Nice.
He's got Cervantes, who makes a move back to the inside, crosses the 50,
Good route.
and is brought down by Mr. Extraordinary. So a great pass there to begin the second half, bringing up 1st and 10 from the
And-
50-yard line.
And this is how important your line is. Like, that whole play stems from the line. Like, because the left side guard was able to block the OLB,
Down, set.
the corner then had to pull down to respect Snipe's run, which means the inside receiver on that left side was able to run the 15-yard out, and there's nobody underneath. It's the easiest pass for a quarterback to make. This is how important good linemen are. It is not putting somebody at line does not mean you're bad at line. I wish that people would stop having that mentality. It does not mean that you're bad at football. If you are a lineman, please be proud and be good at line. Like, because we need more good linemen in this league. Off my soapbox.
Down, set.
Absolutely. I don't think you'll find anybody who really plays the game that'll argue with you there. You know, if you don't have good line, if you don't buy your quarterback enough time to make a play, nothing's going to happen.
What
a great catch.
And catch.
Yeah.
That was, he put it up there and said, I'm trusting you, go get this.
The play
and
is under review.
man, he went and got it.
Yeah, and it paid off again. You know,
Yep.
this is the second time that we've seen that connection, and Snipe just able to really just put that ball right there for Cervantes to catch.
Yep.
We've
He
got,
looked very well inbounds to me. I don't.
Yeah, I take it that's probably what they're reviewing right now. He looked like he was inbounds, but I'm wondering if maybe they saw him step out.
If they weren't out of bounds in the back of the end zone, there's no way that was out of bounds. If we're calling, like,
Just to give you a heads up on what we're
he's
checking
coming
right
out.
now.
If he pulls this
We're
back,
checking to see if Cervantes was out of bounds before he
I
caught the
might just
ball.
lose it.
Gotcha.
No, come on now. We're okay. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, from my angle, and I'm pretty much camera lock on Snipe right now. It looked like
Yeah.
it was good, but you know what I didn't see is whether or not Cervantes stepped out of bounds and then came back in before he caught the pass. So we'll get that ruling for just a moment.
No,
And,
sure he would have had the chance to because he was running from the middle of the formation. So, but I'm not sure. I mean, whatever.
There it is. It looks like they're probably going to rule him ineligible because he stepped out first.
Goodness. Yeah, well, when you get a field that gets
He was out
updates.
of bounds before he caught the ball.
You know, it's kind of hard. I don't know how you
because he can't be the first one to
how
touch
you
the
would
ball.
script that to really show, you know, a player who doesn't have the ball stepping out of bounds. I don't
Well,
know if that you'd really want to,
It
because you
could.
got players coming in and out all the time.
You could. What I mean, what it could do is if it could just like deactivate your possession circle as soon as you hit the boundary marker, whether you're a ball carrier or not. If it's kind of done relatively the same way, the ball gets down, like that's it right there. You know what I mean? I don't know, something like that. But I'm not a scripter, so I have no idea.
Yeah, that's a little bit above my pay grade.
Yeah, that's just me just talking out of my butt as far as that's concerned. For
All right.
keeping
So the
this
ball
PG,
is-
I'm trying.
So the ball is going to be brought back, and a 10-yard penalty is going to be assessed. Cervantes was ruled an ineligible receiver, so that is going to bring up second down.
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to bring up second down from the 40-yard line. So a great play negated by Cervantes being ruled ineligible,
Down,
but
set, hike.
you know, the Raiders showed on that play that they can pass on this team, so we'll see what they come up with going into this next play. Well, that's not what you
And
wanted to come up with.
That's the exact opposite of good line play. When you have bad line play, that's what happens. He had two people in his face that whole play. There's not much you can do in a 2v1.
Yeah, the Raiders were, I mean, the Seahawks were able to immediately put pressure on Snipe, not giving him anywhere to go, and he was brought down by Jack for a 13-yard loss. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 33 from the 26-yard line. Excuse me. Snipe is going to scramble to his right. He's looking to go back to his left, but he's got pressure there. Running for his life, passes midfield.
He underthrew a little bit. He underthrew where he was trying to get it, I think, and that's going to be why it was picked.
Yeah, Kazi, the intended receiver on that play, but
we're
able
changing
to
line.
make the better play on that, so he
Alfred,
comes down with an interception.
Okay.
bringing up 1st and 10 for the Seahawks at the Raiders 34-yard line. So, after a couple of brilliant plays there, the turnover really puts the Raiders in bad position. The Seahawks are,
Down, set, hike.
well into their Raiders territory there. Crevin scrambling to his left. He throws the ball deep.
Bad
He's got a
decision.
receiver.
Oh, he got caught on though.
Oh, very close. 50-50 ball. Unfortunately for the Raiders, Skinner able to come down with that play. Great play by Skinner to get in front of that defender at the last moment there. That's going to bring up 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Crevin scrambling to his right, rolls back to his left, looking for a receiver. Briefly showing run, but nobody bites. Got some pressure on him now. Crevin dropping back pretty deep, but he's able to avoid the rush. He's stumbled by Billy and is brought down.
Yeah, the Raiders had a pretty good job that whole time. They contained him the whole time. They didn't let him outside. He never felt comfortable looking down the field. Felt compelled to run, and they closed the hole up. Nice play.
Yeah, excellent play by Billy. I believe his 2nd sack for the night, bringing up 2nd and 16, or 2nd and goal from the 16 rather. Crevin scrambling and showing run. He crosses. He's crossed the 10, crossed the 5. Brought down by Kazi at the 6-yard line. So didn't quite make it to the 5, but he's brought down after an 11-yard gain, bringing up 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line.
Yeah, so a wash on the good defensive play last time. The previous one, they worked as unit. That time, they were a couple of single people walking him one at a time. Got to get back there as a unit.
Dropping back fairly deep. He's got some pressure on him. Gets the pass off
defensively.
Yeah, great play defensively.
Tackle for loss,
put pressure. Yeah, absolutely. Dante with the catch, but Kazi able to bring him down 5 yards behind the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 11-yard line. So the Raiders stiffening up on defense here, holding the Seahawks.
Yeah, they're doing exactly what they needed to do from the get-go, and that's they're containing Crevin now. They're not letting him get these free runs, and he's starting to feel the pressure.
Yeah, so the Raiders making some decent adjustments going into the half.
2-on-1.
Oh. And just as I say that, just like that, Crevin connects with Dante in the end zone for the 11-yard touchdown play. The closest defender there just wasn't able to get there in time. So we're waiting for the refs to fix the field there. Unfortunately, we're still dealing with the situation where when the ball is brought into the end zone, if you're tackled in there, the field kind of freaks out a little bit. But the refs able to make the adjustment, and the Seahawks line up for the extra point. Jazzy back for the kick.
Yeah, it's a situation there where the Raiders secondary was still relatively new at working together. I think that there was probably a breakdown in communication there. The corner needed help. There was a 2-on-1 situation over there in the corner. Needed to call for some help from somebody, and just didn't happen. So Crevin took the 2-on-1 opportunity. And when you've got such a skilled receiver set as he does, you take a 2-on-1 every day.
Sure, absolutely. So with 4:48 left in the third quarter, the Seahawks score first in the second half, making the score 21-0. Raiders set to receive the kick. Rudy catches in the end zone, brings it out. He crosses to 15, crosses to 20, makes a move to the outside, finds a hole, but is brought down almost immediately by Jaden.
If he was sprinting, he may have had quite a bit of room to work with on that. If he could have got by Angelo there, he wasn't actually sprinting at first, and if he could have squeaked through there, there wasn't much left as far as the safety is concerned. The defense has Crevin still just chilling on the field right now. If Snipe snaps the ball, that's a dead ball penalty. Refs, that's a dead ball penalty. There's a defensive player.
That wouldn't be a dead ball penalty. It'd be well.
No, this is not a legal play. Hello.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see if the refs see that the.
Wow, are you
Seahawks.
Are
yeah,
you
Seahawks
serious?
had
I'm so
extra
done.
man on the field right now. That looked like they had 10
Wow.
Yeah,
players
they
on the
had too
field.
many men on the field last play.
Krevin was on the field that entire play, not on a ball. I think maybe they're watching the stream and they're hearing me complain about it right now.
I think the play was stopped there, so we'll see what the referee
Hopefully
see.
they
But yeah,
saw it.
we saw that the Seahawks had an extra man on the field there,
Yeah.
so that should negate the last play. Well, ball's put back into play.
Oh, they're good. Wow. Wow. I cannot believe what I'm watching right now. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, a bit of a questionable call by the refs, but the play is going to stand.
Wow.
That's going to give the Seahawks first and 10 on the Raiders 27-yard line.
Just playing how we want, boys. We're just going by whatever we feel. Wow.
Down, set, hike.
Alright, so the ball is hiked. Krevin scrambles to his right. Goes run, moves back, looking for a receiver downfield. He's going to cross the line of scrimmage. He's going to pick up about 7 yards before he's brought down by Cervantes, and it is 7 yards. So that is going to bring up 2nd and 3 from the Seahawks 20-yard line. From the Raiders 20-yard line. Seahawks lining up in a bunch left formation. Krevin scrambles to his left, moves back to his right, back to his left. Billy in hot pursuit, but Krevin able to escape to his right, looking to run. He's showing run, and he does cross the line, picking up the first down. Makes a move to the outside, gets stumbled, and eventually brought down by Jace. And we're going to have to call the paramedics and a sweeper to pick up those ankles that were left on the field there on that play.
That was just a good solo effort. Like, that was 100% Krevin. He just stayed alive forever. The 3-on-1 for a second there couldn't get him, and he squeaks away.
Yeah, the only thing more dangerous than an accurate quarterback is a mobile quarterback, and that's what you see right there. That was, like you said, Hefe, just all Krevin making that happen there, making the move. But
got him on that one.
Hit. Yeah, didn't move fast enough that time. He got hit for a big loss on that one. He's able to come in and put his helmet right in the numbers there and bring Krevin down for an 8-yard loss, bringing up 2nd and goal from the 13-yard line.
Down, set, hike.
Krevin hikes the ball, starts left, rolls back to his right. He's got some pressure, but escapes to the right there. Jace is closing. Krevin is going to cross again, staying with the run, makes a move to the outside, is stumbled, and is brought down after picking up 9 yards by Diego, bringing up 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line, and the Raiders unable to find an answer to this running attack by Krevin and the Seahawks.
Down, set,
it's like they'll get the 1 sack, but then they give up a run that gets it all back. They can't put it all together yet defensively.
Krevin dropping back, really
nice.
Gets stumbled and brought down by Billy.
Solo effort by Billy. He said, "Nah, homie, we're gonna stop this right now." 4th and long, good play.
So Billy, with his, I believe, 3rd sack of the game, bringing up 4th and goal from the 23-yard line. The Seahawks are lining up to go for it on 4th down. So Krevin hikes the ball. He scrambles around in the middle, drops back, scrambling. He's got Billy in his face. He passes the ball up into coverage,
but it's going to
be a stop.
Yep, Billy in his face the whole time.
Jaden bringing down the pass, but is brought down by Rudy well short of the goal line. That is going to bring up 1st down for the Raiders on a turnover of downs at the 8-yard line. So great defensive stop by the Raiders, and we're seeing the Raiders defense stiffening up when they need to.
That pressure was great on that. Like, that is how you beat any quarterback in this league. Like, it does not matter how good they are. If you get somebody in their face, it is so hard to be able to look downfield and still make a throw. It's just the nature of Second Life, having to float to go into mouse look and then make a throw. It's just so hard to do.
Absolutely. Snipe scrambling, dropping back. He's got coverage. He throws the ball into the middle, and it is intercepted by Dante, who's brought down by Rudy after picking up 4 yards. So just like that, the Seahawks able to get the ball back on the Raiders side of the field, bringing up 1st and 10 from the Raiders' 29-yard line.
That was just a young quarterback mistake. You can't throw that one up like that. It's 1st down. Just throw it out of bounds, Snipe. Just throw it out of bounds. Let it go. Go to the next down.
Yeah, just trying to maybe just a little bit too hard to try and make something happen there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Breakdown in coverage.
Yeah, absolutely. So Crevin connecting again with Dante for the 29-yard touchdown pass. So the Seahawks immediately after the turnover were able to put points on the board. So pending the extra kick here by Jazzy, the Seahawks poised to go up by 28 over the Raiders.
Down, sir.
Kick is up and good. So
That
with
hurts.
36 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, the Seahawks with a commanding lead right now, 28. The Raiders with 0.
Yeah. It's just really unfortunate. You just have just a couple bad things, a couple really a really bad call, a missed call, and then it's just bad coverage, and things just start breaking down quickly. This is a really quickly degrading thing. Hopefully, the Raiders can get something going offensively here.
Yeah, and I think, in my opinion, of course, I'm just kind of speculating, but I think, down 3 touchdowns, I think Snipe and that Raiders team, they just want to make something happen.
Yeah.
They're feeling the pressure, trying to, get something happen, trying to put some points on the board, and I think it just forced it a little bit too hard on that one. Trying to throw the ball away. He was in his end zone, and unfortunately, he just didn't, put it where it needed to go. So we'll see if they're able to shake it off here and make something happen. Snipe scrambling to his left. He's got Otis right behind him and is brought down from behind by Otis after a 2-yard loss, bringing up 2nd and 12.
He was trying to. Otis caught him from behind, though, I believe, because he's shorter.
Down, set, high.
So he was able to catch up with him. I think he had already just made that decision, though, it looked like to me. I could be wrong, though.
Snipe scrambling back. Gets the roll off just in time, but again, throwing it into coverage, intercepted by Skinner, who looks like he's going to walk it in for a pick 6, and he does. 26-yard interception for return, yeah. Skinner just able to hop in front of that ball there, and unfortunately for the Raiders, they didn't have any bodies in between them. He's able to walk in basically for the 26-yard pick 6, putting the Seahawks up 34-0 pending the extra point.
Yeah, it's just Snipe. That's one of Snipe's go-to plays right there. A lot of times he'll see Kazi open up real quickly, and he'll dump it off for a quick 7-8 yards. But Skinner was sitting on it that time and was able to jump it. So nice play by him.
Yeah, and as the play formed, I saw what he saw, but I also saw Skinner kind of baiting him a little bit.
Yeah.
And, it paid off for the Seahawks there. So that play is actually going to bring us into the 4th quarter with the Seahawks again with a very commanding lead by 35 going into the final quarter of the game. Seahawks now poised to receive. So at this point, it's always one of those things you always hate to say as a commentator that the game is over, but the reality is with just a quarter against the team like the Seahawks, if you're the Raiders at this point, you're
trying to get something to build on right now.
Yeah, exactly. I think you try some different things. I think maybe you try some different routes, maybe some different personnel, different formations. Find out some things that are going to work for you that you can build on. You've got a couple of players coming in off of ineligibility next week due to being signed this week. They weren't able to play, but throw caution to the wind now. Just try some things. Be daring. Be dangerous.
Now just start taking your chances, Snipe. I mean, you think you got a shot at it, go ahead and take it. See what happens. Like, there's nothing to lose at this point. Just try to get some points on the board for morale's sake. Try to get something together that you can work on for next week.
And after Snipe scrambling to his left, he showed run briefly, but backed up and was hit immediately by Jazzy, losing 5 yards on the play, bringing up 2nd and 15 from the Raiders' 12-yard line.
Down, set, hike.
Ball is hiked. Snipe scrambling to his right, immediately pressured by Primetime, escapes. Looks like he's looking for something downfield, but is brought down by Otis after a 9-yard loss there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 24 and a big hit by Otis.
That was a
there on
really
Snipe.
big individual effort by Otis. He completely made Jace whiff. He just broke Jace's ankles on the block and just gave him a free route to Snipe. And I think Snipe was looking downfield right then, and he never saw it coming and just got slapped.
Yeah, one of the hardest things about QB, and I've toyed around with it, so I know how difficult it is. When you go into mouse look, that severely limits your field of vision.
Down,
And if somebody's
set,
coming in
hike.
from your blind spot there, unless somebody calls it out, you really just don't see it coming.
Yep. He's in trouble.
Snipe is definitely
He's got
in
a guy in
trouble.
the middle.
He's deep in his end zone. He throws across the middle.
Right there.
It is caught. Great connection to, as soon as the
Was that
tells me
Jace?
to Jace, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
so
same spot again that he's been working all game. Hits it nicely one more time.
yeah, that was a great pass by Snipe, great catch by Jace coming across the middle there to catch over Mal, it looked like. But it was brought down by Mal after a 29-yard lane. 29-yard gain. English is hard today.
Down, set, hike.
Words hurt.
I understand.
The Snipe scrambling to his right, sees nothing, goes back
coming
to
over
his
the
left,
deep middle.
throws the ball deep. He's got somebody open.
I missed it.
Oh, that one hurt. Couldn't tell. It looked like maybe
It's Diego. Yeah, it
was
was
the intended
Diego,
receiver.
intended receiver. He just
I
missed
think
it.
he just kind of juked himself out of the
Yeah.
catch.
He
there.
saw Dante coming over, but Dante realistically had no shot at it, and I think it kind of like got in the side of his mind that he was there, and he kind of twitched a little
Down,
bit, and
set,
the
Right.
ball
hike.
just falls incomplete. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah. The Snipe dropping back, scrambling to his left, passes to the sidelines, got a receiver, but Dante able to get in front of that pass, and that is going to be yet another interception by the Seahawks, bringing up 1st and 10 from midfield.
Yeah, I tried to sneak that one into a window that really wasn't there. Dante sitting over that the whole time. I think he probably would have been better served to look back towards the middle.
Down, set, hike.
He's had a lot of success there, and he's been gashing him there. But, that's hindsight.
Yeah.
I'm not the one out there. It's a lot easier to say than to do. So
Yeah, exactly. I
he's-
mean, Krevin again with the run, scrambles, and picks up 10 yards on the play.
he actually
Bring
missed Dante wide open again on that right side. It
And
was the
bring
same
up
exact
2nd and
route.
inches.
Down, set, hike.
Ball is hiked, scrambling. Krevin scrambling to the left, runs, picks up the 1st down, makes a move to the outside, crosses the 30, stumbled and brought down by Snipe after a 15-yard pickup, bringing up 1st and 10 from the Raiders 26.
Down, set, hike.
Krevin getting it done today on the ground. Scrambles right, makes a move back to the left.
Another wide
He's
open
got a
Dante.
receiver open, but
And
it was
he overthrew it.
overthrown.
Yeah, Dante for some reason came back into coverage. Like he had Kazi underneath him. He ran back towards Krevin, which was back towards Kazi. I think Krevin wanted him to just keep going.
Mhm.
A little misstep got him burned.
Sure.
Down, set, hike.
So that is going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 26. Krevin
wide open
shows
again,
Krevin
though.
to the right. He hangs around in the middle of the field. He drops back, throws
It's
again
covered
to
now.
the corner.
But he got caught on anyway.
But Dante making a great move, beating the defender there to the ball and coming down with his 4th touchdown of the game.
I believe so.
So unfortunately, we don't really have a way of tracking stats accurately. So if I sound ignorant, that's why.
I believe Dante had the first one, that
Uh-huh.
one, and then he had he's had 3. He's definitely had at least 3.
At least
I know
three,
that I know that for a fact. That may be 4, but I think 3.
Absolutely. So with 5:27 left in the game, The Seahawks at 42. The Raiders yet to score in this game.
Down, set, high.
Ball is put into play. The kick is up. Looks like it's coming down the center of the field. And will be caught by Rudy, who brings it out across the 20, makes it across the 25, makes a move, but is hit immediately by Jaden, bringing up 1st and 10 after a 28-yard return. Going to be first down from the Raiders' 26-yard line. Raiders lining up in the shotgun 2 left formation, which they've been sticking to all night. And it's kind of curious, and I'll tell you what I mean after this play. Wow. That ball was thrown into coverage, thrown right into the middle of look at least 3 Seahawks there. But I was just observing that the Raiders have been running the shotgun 2 formation and really haven't been utilizing those backs as extra blockers there. You know, Snipe has been under a lot of pressure the whole game. I would think at some point you'd want to hold those running backs back, and oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. That's just unfortunate.
Yeah. Salt on the wound.
Yeah.
And Jazzy,
oh, but on that note, actually, you know, like you're saying, we run that same set, and we don't have a single time where we're going to ask those guys to block. We just like the spacing that it provides initially. We think it spaces the field out a little bit better than some of the other options. And to be perfectly honest, a lot of our skill position players can't block for crap anyway, so having them try to stay back and try to block is just a useless player regardless. Like, I love Crack to death, but asking him to block, that's just not going to happen. But no, in all seriousness, it's just we don't normally block out of that. It's the threat of the block that could come. And every once in a while we do throw a wrench in there, and we'll have me block or we'll have Fru block from out of there every once in a while. It does happen, just to keep everybody honest. But a lot of times we like it, you know, the idea or the threat of it. Kind of slows OLBs down, it seems, every once in a while.
So after a 28-yard return by Snipe, was going to be first and down from the 42-yard line. Yeah, I was just, you know, just considering the struggles that the line has been having against the Seahawk rush. I think that might be one of the adjustments that I might have called for, but you know, I'm not in their huddle. I don't know what's going on.
You gotta have that catch.
Yeah, had a receiver there, Snipe putting the ball up, but Skinner able to jump the route, come down with his 2nd or 3rd interception of the night. So again, the Seahawks taking over at least midfield, taking over on their own 49-yard line. Crevin scrambling around. He's got a receiver open, hits him. After he comes back, Dante catches the ball, makes a move to the outside, and is eventually brought down by Snipe after picking up 25 yards on the reception. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Raiders' 26-yard line.
Down, said, hey.
Ball is hikes. Crevin scrambles to his left, moves back to his right, dropping back, looking for a receiver, passes the ball. He connects with Jazzy, who makes a move to the inside, picks up 15 yards before being brought down by Snipe, bringing up 1st and 10 from the Raiders' 11. So again, the Seahawks threatening to score.
Down, said, hey.
Ball is hiked. Crevin scrambles to his left. He's crossing the line. He's got some room. Makes a move back to the inside. He stumbled and is brought down by Snipe after a 7-yard pickup, bringing up 2nd and 3. So again, we see Crevin getting it done on offense, on his feet. And the Seahawks, again, threatening to score late in the 4th quarter.
Down, said, hey.
All right, the ball is hiked, and Crevin tries to sneak across the line to the left, but is brought down immediately by Kazi, actually losing a yard on the play. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 from the 5-yard line.
Down, said, hey.
Crevin scrambling over to his right, dropping back deep now. He's got some pressure on him. Raiders doing a good job at containing him. He throws the ball up. Looked like Dante was the intended receiver in the corner of the end zone, but the ball sails out of bounds. So that is going to bring up 4th and 4 from the 6-yard line. All right, I think I lost my PIC
Oh no
here.
no no! I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Down said
It's
hey.
just not much to say. It's just a lot more of the same, you know. No pressure, easy throw. You know.
Yeah. Quick pass across over to the right is brought down by Jaden for the score. Jaden's first score of the game, actually, I believe.
I believe so.
Takes a minute to do some posing in the end zone there after a well-caught touchdown there.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
So yeah, so that is going to bring the score to 55, pending the extra
That will get a
kick.
good laugh in.
It'll go up to 56 with 2 minutes 26 seconds left to go in the game.
Down,
Crevin
set,
set to
hike.
hold. Jazzy back for the kick. Kick is up. You had a player not on the ball, so I'm curious to see if they're going to make a call on that.
Yeah, at this point, I wouldn't even care. Like, it's whatever at this, like, game's over, But
All right, so with 2 minutes
the
24
one
seconds.
earlier. To be fair, that was a lot of momentum too. I wasn't happy about that one. It's alright. Regardless, well played game by the Seahawks. I mean, obviously running away with it.
Yeah. All right, ball is
Bounces
kicked
over everybody.
short, bounces into the end zone. Live ball. It's
So live
rolling
ball.
back into the goal. And
No,
oh
you need to
my
pick it up, Snipe. That's a touchdown.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
See, that's just lack of football knowledge. A lot of people don't know that that is a live ball, ladies and gentlemen. You have to pick that up.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, what do you say? I think that play pretty much just kind of sums up the entire game. For the Raiders, just unfortunate play, resulting in Seahawks scores there. The play is stopped. I'm not entirely sure why. But we'll figure it out in just a moment. But if the play stands, it's going to bring the score to 62-0, pending the extra point. We are in mercy rule territory now, so that means that the clock will not stop. However, as I say that, the clock is stopped at 2 minutes 11 seconds to go in the game.
I love when things work.
All right, so I think we're waiting for the ball to be put back into play. Seahawks lined up for the extra point after the recovery for a touchdown off of the kickoff. Crevin set the hold, Jazzy back to kick.
And I think if you're the Raiders, I think this game is a lot of the case of a couple things. I think number one, it's a new team. They're still gelling together. They're still working together, obviously. I think the second thing is that they haven't been in a situation yet as a team and that they've been in this game where it was 14-0 and they legitimately had a shot at it. I think with that in mind, I think they started trying to pressure a little too much. I think they started trying to get it going a little too early. Snipe started taking a little bit more shots, a little bit more risks. And frankly, the talent level at the receiving and secondary position of the Seahawks is just greater than that of the Raiders. It's just an honest opinion. So when you start taking those risks, you start taking those shots, they're going to take advantage of them and they're going to get their picks. I think he was doing better when he was working the ball slowly down the field, and I want to see more of that from him next week when they start their next game. But I think that the Raiders need to look at this first half and say, we had a really good first half, honestly. We played really well. We need to take that. We need to build on it. Like, let's see what worked here. Let's see what let's see what didn't work, and let's figure it out from there. I think that this first half they can learn a lot from.
Sure. So the extra point is up and good. So that is going to bring the score to 63-0 with 1:52 left in the game. The clock, of course, is running due to being in Mercy Rule territory. And yeah, I think you're exactly right. The Raiders, they had some good looks. They were able to move the ball at some points. I think they just took too many risks and got burned on it. But they certainly can go back and look at this game and look at some of the things that worked for them. Unfortunately,
There are a
for the
lot of
Raiders,
positive points.
yeah, absolutely. They like I said, they moved the ball well at times. Their defense did a great job at times, stiffening up and stopping the Seahawks
Down,
from scoring
set,
at
hike.
times. So they've got material. They've got things to build on. Unfortunately, they don't have a great deal of time to build on those things. And there we see Mal with his first interception of the game.
2 people ran out of the way of it. That's just kind of the story of the second half for the Raiders. I think a lot of morale was lost right there at that 14-0, 21-0 turning point. I think.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that it's just kind of out of control now.
Down, said, hike.
Not good to see that.
And
it's okay, though.
this is going to be a hard game for the Raiders to bounce back from. They had so many good things going at certain points in the game and just kind of lost it. Like right there, Daegu coming down with the interception over Jaden. So their defense they have a lot to work with on defense.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, like I was saying, they don't have a whole lot of time to do it because right now this is the second game of their murderers row.
Yep.
Last week it was the Titans, this week the Seahawks, and next week they face you guys, the Buccaneers. So they're going to have to put in some work this coming week and look at the things that are working and really focus on them. And
got 2 more points
what do you
before
say?
the game's over.
What do you say?
Good game.
Time coming down with the safety there on Snipe there. And that's going to bring us to the end of the game. Congratulations to the Seahawks. After a slow first half, they really came out and opened the floodgates there, like they do. I've been on the receiving end of that, in our game, so I know how it feels. To the Raiders, I say, keep your heads up. Don't look at this as don't look at the score. Look at what you were able to do and build on that, and go into next week with that much more experience and a revised game plan. So before we sign off, we do want to share with you some other of our great sponsors, and I'm going to start with Fameshed. Fameshed is a monthly event that opens up on the first of every month. Each month we provide top quality original mesh designers to help fill your needs for fashion and home garden designers. We aim to provide the best of the best for the shoppers of Second Life, and that is Fameshed. And let me just kind of interject here. Please stay tuned. We still have to pick our player of the game, and we'll share some final thoughts before we go. But I also want to tell you about LTD, which is another one of our fantastic sponsors. LTD, Love to Decorate, is a bi-monthly home and garden magazine, a monthly event, and of course the LTD website where you can get all information relating to home and garden. We are the #1 resource for home and garden. We showcase all the amazing home and garden talents such as designers, photographers, and stylists. LTD is an Abby Choice winner for Best Home and Garden Website. That is LTD. Vinyl. Vinyl is inspired by a messy combination of hipster, classic rock, and whimsical imaginings with a dash of geek mixed in. You will find high-quality, 100% handmade original mesh clothing and accessories for women, men, and unisex. That is vinyl. Logolepsy. Logolepsy is a fascination or obsession with words. Logolepsy is bringing your favorite quotes and song lyrics to Second Life in a new artistic way. Logolepsy also makes posters, flyers, and invitations to your next big event. That is Logolepsy. And our final sponsor is VR Sporting Goods. From custom gloves to standard gloves, face paints, and more, VR Sporting Goods has football gear for your next big game in the UFL. That is VR Sporting Goods. All right, so please, once again, we want to make sure that we're showing our sponsors a lot of love and appreciation. They really do a great job at helping us keep this thing going here at the UFL. So that is going to bring us to the final portion of this broadcast, and we have to select a player of the game, and I don't know about you, Hefe, but I think the nod for me is going to go to Dante.
Yeah.
We called his name an awful lot on both sides of the ball, and he was just fantastic. So he gets my nod.
I agree. I think Dante, he had a couple of picks. Defensively, offensively, obviously he was one of their most productive members. So I have to go ahead and agree, Dante, on that one.
Absolutely. All right, so congratulations to Dante for being selected player of the game. Any final thoughts, Hefe, before we sign off?
No, I mean, just I don't want the Raiders to like hang their heads after this. Like I said, that first half, I understand how that game could very quickly get disheartening. But looking at that first half, I think they have a lot to build on. And congratulations on the win to the Seahawks. They're obviously we're looking forward for them to remain only one loss until we play them, so we can give them the second one.
All right, you heard it here first. Breaking news: Gauntlets thrown down. Absolutely, congratulations to the Seahawks. They performed at a level that we always expect them to play. And for the Raiders, just keep pushing forward. You've got a lot to build on. You've got a lot of talent there, and by no means do you have to hang your head down after this one. Just regroup. Okay, I'm being given the hook. So we're going to sign off. Please come back and join us at 7 p.m. SLT for our second game in the doubleheader, which is going to feature the King Cobras at the Cowboys. So join us again at 7 p.m. SLT. For the UFL, this is Darian Humphreys along with El Jefe signing off.
Peace.
Thank you very much. And